This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Astley at the VIP gym.
That's right, mate.
Astley,
right on the border of Salford.
I know, a mission from actually Manchester Piccadilly, but anyway, it's not your fault. Jamie Moore, how are you, mate?
I'm alright, mate, yeah, you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah, just looking at the amount of fighters and the names in this gym, it's very different from kind of September last year, as you were telling me.
Yeah, I was just laughing about it there with you. September last year, me and Nigel stood here stressing about the game and the politics and stuff like that. I'm basically saying, as soon as Tommy Cole's retired, I'm done with his training, and genuinely that was how I was feeling at the time. But the universe works in mysterious ways, and for whatever reason, different things, different scenarios unfolded. Oliver was poorly, which was obviously a horrible situation at the time, and I promised them that I'd help out, and Martin and Rocky have started training down here with the lads. Obviously Oliver's still not well enough to train, to do the full amount of training, but they're still down there, back and forward doing tactics and stuff. But obviously I'm busy in this gym with all the other lads, so I can't make it down there myself, so he either goes down there or comes down here. So. And then obviously Carl rang me and Conrad, Stephen Ward, and it's just sort of snowballed from there. And then Jack Catterall's just the latest one to join. So all in all, we've got 10 pros here now, which is too many for one person. But luckily for me, Nige, Travis helps me out, and I've known Nige for years. We're best mates, and I trust him 100%. So we can work it between us. We stagger the training so that the lads sort of come in on the back of each other, so they all get the adequate amount of time. But yeah, the gym's buzzing, and you see yourself today. It's busy and there's a good atmosphere.
I want to start by talking about your latest acquisition in Jack Catterall, British champion. How did that come about?
Yeah, basically, I just got a phone call saying we look after Jack Catterall, he's interested in coming training with you. Have you got the time, and would you be interested? So, first of all, straight away I said, yeah, I'd be interested, because he's such a good fighter already, British champion. But, I wasn't sure whether it could work time-wise because of the amount of pros. We sat down with Nige and we sort of wrote a plan out. Believe it or not, Nige can actually write, it's amazing. And we sort of figured it out. So that's why we've come to the scenario where we are, where we're just getting staggered on the way they come into the gym, so that we can work with them all. Yeah. So he's joined the team. He's slotted in nicely. He's a great kid. He's a nice, down-to-earth lad. Pretty quiet. That quiet, in fact, that he's still not done his audition yet to get in the gym, which he's got to sing in front of all the lads. But until that day comes, you won't officially be a member. But I'm sure that we've all got to train in Tenerife. We've all got to train in Tenerife in a couple of weeks, and we might even, worst case scenario, we'll drag him on the karaoke over there and get him to do it.
Definitely. Obviously, Carl Frampton. I don't know what's going on behind me, Jamie, but
everywhere he goes, chaos follows him.
Carl Frampton, Martin Murray deep into camp, big fights coming up.
Yeah.
Carl Frampton obviously 21st of April against Daenerys, and Martin Murray in his world title clash against Billy Joe Saunders. Progress report on both of them, really.
Yeah. To be fair, it's early stages. This is just the sort of the base sort of training, getting that base stamina in there, flicking a few ideas into their head tactics-wise, just so that they can think about it while they're working on the bags and stuff, doing a few little tactics on the pads. But both of them are so experienced already. It isn't. They don't need big long camps to get fit. It's just basically training the mind, in my book. And Martin, we go to Tenerife in I think it's the 2nd of March. Basically that'll be the start of Martin's proper training camp. So because he only needs 6-7 weeks most, because he's had that long and he's had that many 12-round training camps. His body's used to get into that fitness, and it doesn't take him that long. If he has a full 10-12 week training camp like a young fighter could do, he overtrains, he overdoes it. So and Carl's sort of getting to that stage now. He's 30 years old. He can do a little bit more, a little bit longer than Martin, but you know, he's getting to that stage now where they're better off under-trained than overtrained, because their experience carries them through, whereas if they're overtrained, they just can't physically do it. So yeah, they're both in the right position where they need to be, and they're both in a good place mentally as well, which is a good thing.
Obviously, talking to Martin Murray, and he's put it out there that this is kind of a situation where he's in kind of the last year of his career, regardless of what happens in the Saunders fight. But this is a great opportunity for Martin to get a deserved world title, in the sense of the situations he's fought for before and hasn't come out on top, but unjustly.
Yeah, you know, he could easily be a two-weight world champion. You know, if the decisions would have gone his way, he could have been a two-weight world champion. He has been unlucky, but you know, we had this conversation the other week. Things like this, you know, you only lose if you don't learn from it. And he's learned so many lessons over the years, which, in a way, you know, if he goes and beats Billy Joe Saunders, the reason he'll beat him is because of the lessons what he's learned from all those losses. You know, so maybe that wasn't meant to be in the past. Maybe this was, all those moments led into this moment, because he's 35 years old. Everyone feels like he should have been a world champion. No one would begrudge him if he becomes a world champion, and you know, we're under no illusion that it's a very, very difficult fight. Billy Joe's just put in the best performance of his career. No one expected him to do that easy a job on Lemieux as he did, but I think everyone understands that Martin Murray's a different kettle of fish in that sense. He's going to bring a different level of ability to the table, because as dangerous as Lamont was, he was basically just a raw power puncher. You know, tactically, technically, he wasn't that great, and not taking anything away from Billy Joe, he performed unbelievably, and fair play to him. But I just think that, and you know what, I've seen interviews, and they understand it's going to be a tough fight, tougher than Lamont definitely, and I just believe that this is that moment where Martin Murray's been waiting for.
Seriously, all the birds.
Can't help but keep his mouth that wide open, can I?
Travis.
Do you want to do us a favour and button it? Will you tell your dad?
Jamie, let me ask your opinion from the weekend. Obviously, I saw on Twitter there was a couple of contrasting views about who you actually backed.
Yeah,
for
do you know what?
So
Someone put me on a list as a back Eubanks. Anyone who's seen me interview with Sky on the fight week, I picked Groves on points, and I thought it'd be closer than that. I've got to be honest. I thought Groves had bossed the first 6-7 rounds. Eubanks had edged his way into it, because basically Eubanks is a pressure fighter. He wins fights on work rate. He's got an unbelievable engine, but Groves was just too smart for him. I thought he would get to him down the step, but Groves boxed a perfect game plan. You can't take anything away from him, but yeah, he's. I've got to be honest. Eubanks puts himself in a position to be criticised, and I don't think he minds being criticised, because it's the rough with the smooth. He understands that the majority of the time he's right, and the odd time he gets it wrong, like he did at the weekend. He's just got to eat humble pie. And Curtis Woodhouse hit the nail on there for me. He said he's the richest British level fighter I've ever seen. I don't agree with him being British level. I think he's a bit beyond that, but I agree with him in the sense that he's achieved a hell of a lot and got his name as high up as he possibly can on the back of his dad's name, and earned a hell of a lot of money, so you've got to take your hat off to him.
I mean, a lot of people have said a lot of things since Saturday night. I mean, notably Prince Nassim Hamid, who was suggesting he should retire. In your opinion, what does he need to do at this stage if he is to progress onto world level?
What he needs to do and what he's capable of doing, I feel, are two different things, because his mindset is very much the same as his dad. They're one-track minded, they're very much, we do our own thing and we don't care what everyone else does, which I admire that in a sense. But for him to progress and learn, he has to sort of take a step back and look, analyse his weaknesses and his mistakes, what he made at the weekend, and say, right, how do I fix that? And I don't think he's got the temperament or the willingness to go to somebody and say, listen, I need help. I need you to help me fix these things. I believed Adam Booth would be the perfect fit for him. To me, Adam Booth's the best trainer in the country. You know, he's proven at world level, and I love the way he's in the corner. I like the way he comes across with his fires. I thought he would have been the perfect fit for Eubanks, but unfortunately, I just don't think they're willing to listen. And you know, only time will tell whether that will work for them in the long run, and on the long run or not. But you know, for instance, going back in the gym the day after the fight and doing the same stuff like he's been doing all the way through. What's better? Is it better to sit in front of the TV with your trainer and analyse what went wrong? Or is it better to be doing the same thing that you've done in the gym over and over again? You know, it sounds pretty simple, but to them obviously it makes sense. If it makes sense to them, then fair play. He's a millionaire, so he might not care. But if he wants to achieve stuff in boxing, then he's going to have to look inside himself rather than thinking that he knows it all.
Yeah, plenty of obviously talking points from Saturday night, but like I said, it's credit to both fighters, because he showed. Or put on a brave performance, Chris Eubanks in that fight, and obviously George Groves on the night got the rightful plaudits, Jamie.
Yeah, he did, and as I said before, George boxed a great game plan. He used his best attributes, and it didn't allow Eubanks to use his. So anytime he got close, or he used lateral movement, and anytime he got close, he tied him up. That was it. So he, if it allowed Eubanks to use his best attributes, then it obviously would have been a mistake. Tony Bellew, for instance, before the fight said it's Groves' fight to lose, because the only way Eubanks can win is if Groves allows him to fight his fight, and he was right, and he never did that. And do you know what I've got to say? I've never been a lover of the Eubanks sort of brand, but he was in here doing a little bit of a workout for him with the United lads, and he came across sound. It's very much a case of a bit of a stage act, but if he's going to be honest with himself, he needs to address certain issues, and those videos of him training the next day might have been just a bit of a publicity thing. He might have been sat around a TV with his trainer analysing what went wrong. We don't know what's going on in the guy's mind, but it's very much an act for TV and for social media, and as I said, it's earning him a lot of money, so fair play to him.
All right, Jamie, listen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll definitely catch up with you ahead of, how many dates your fighters have got? There must be about 5 or 6 dates between all of them.
I've got 2 Saturdays off before the 21st of April, so busy bee, mate. Nearly as busy as you now. Nearly as busy.
Nearly. Thank you, Jamie.